Hi! Have you heard about the new Beco Gemini? We're so excited about our new carrier. You can use the Gemini in 4 different positions. On the front with the baby facing in, on the front with the baby facing out, also on the back and on the hip. The Gemini is made of 100% organic cotton. It's machine washable, it's great for breastfeeding, and it's even made right here in the United States. You can use it for babies from 7 to 35 pounds, and next I'm going to show you some of those positions and how you can use them. Okay, here we go. If you know anything about our other carriers, we used to have a Beco 4th generation, and it was kind of similar to this Gemini, but the Gemini has much more to offer, and I think you're really going to like it even more than the 4th generation. One thing that the Beco Gemini can do is allow for a facing out carry, and that's because you see here on the waistband there are 2 snaps to allow you to snap the carrier down so it will be smaller for a smaller baby to face out. Now, it's important that the baby that is facing out has full head and neck control. So we're going to pretend like that baby does, and all you do, you can do it while you're wearing the carrier or you can take it off, is unsnap these metal snaps that are on the side. Okay, so hopefully you can see that. And then they just fold in like wings. They fold in to the middle of the carrier to make a more narrow base. So some moms tell us that they can just tell their baby does not want to be facing them. They squirm, they strain, they crane their neck, and they want to be facing out. So you would adjust the base to be more narrow, and then you turn your baby away from you and lift the carrier up. And again, the baby needs to have full head and neck control. And you just slide it down in there, pull the straps up around, and then you buckle the chest strap across the back, and that will make it even more secure. Now, it's always a great idea to use a lot of caution when your baby's facing out, because if they're in front of you, then their arms could possibly be in front of yours. So make sure there's not anything hot around you, nothing sharp, anything that could harm them. Always keep an eye on them, make sure they're not overstimulated. You just want to make sure that your baby's always happy and content in whatever position that they're in. So this is something you could do. A lot of people like it when they're at the zoo or an aquarium, somewhere where the baby needs to be, they want them to be facing away from them so they can see what's in front of them. And a lot of small babies find it more comfortable. And then you always have the option of opening the base back up and turning your baby around as they get bigger, or when they want to snuggle in and hide away from what's outside. Okay. Next we will do, going to leave the base snap down, and you can also leave the base snap down for a smaller baby. Okay, so this would be like a tiny little newborn, and when they're very small they don't need the wide base, so you can just leave it snap down. Now they will need to stay facing you because he doesn't have any head or neck control, but you can leave it snap down, and you see there's the baby's not, coming out anywhere. It's not that he's hanging or anything. He just doesn't need all that room at the bottom. So you can snap it down if you're more comfortable with that. And you can also snap it open for a smaller baby. That's just one of the choices that the Beco Gemini gives you. Alright, next we'll do a back carry and a hip carry. Okay, so the back carry. Again, we have a wide base. Shoulder straps are attached. And one way to do a back carry with the Gemini is to put your baby, your little one, and this can go up to 35 pounds, remember, and for a back carry the baby does need to have full head and neck control, so this baby would not be one that could do that. So you're just going to kind of sit the baby in the carrier, and what you need to do is start shifting the weight of the baby and the whole carrier around to your back. So you can do this by holding the carrier here while you turn. You can hold the straps like this while you start to shift the weight of the carrier, and just always make sure your baby's still seated in the carrier. Don't want anything to happen while you're shifting things around. Now, before you get too far, you can start to lean yourself over, because all you need to do is get this arm into this strap, and then you can start to lean over and pull the whole carrier around, your baby laying on your back. Pull both straps up, and if you're new at this, you might want to check in the mirror, make sure that your baby's in there securely. I can feel and know that. Tighten your straps up, and then you can sit up straight and check, make sure the baby's in there, everything's adjusted right. And now you have back carry. Now with an older baby, you can do this a different way. And I'll show you that way. And that's just as simple as putting the carrier around your waist with the buckle in the front so that it's hanging down the back. And with an older child that can walk and that understands, you can just ask them to come get on your back. So sometimes I'll sit on the bed and ask my daughter to, climb up, or I'll just kneel down and she'll just put her arms around me and I can lift the body of the carrier around her. And that's a really easy way to get a baby into a back carry. Okay, so let's start with the hip carry. The hip carry is also only to be used for a baby that has full head and neck control. You're going to start off with the Gemini around your waist. Make sure that the base is open to the wide position and snap down. And you're going to need to open up these underarm straps. So the shoulder strap, take that buckle that runs under your arm and you're going to open both of them up. These are safety buckles, which means they require 2 hands to open. Some people can do it with 1 hand, but it's not very likely. And this is great because you know that your baby will never be able to just grab and squeeze this and open the carrier up himself, so it makes it extra safe. So now you've got both straps open, and you're going to slide the Beco so that it's centered more on your hip. And get your little one and support them on your hip while you pull the body of the carrier around them. This first strap that's in the front is going to go over your opposite shoulder, and you're just going to reach around to the back, grab the strap, and it just needs to buckle here on the opposite side. Alright, so there's the first strap. Now the other side of the carrier is going to go under your arm. Okay, so you're going to go under here like this. And it's going to come up over your shoulder. And it's going to buckle right here. Okay, you might need to adjust the strap now because you're going twice the distance that you were. So then you can get everything adjusted. And this baby's a little small to be in this carry since it's really one of my 2 to 3 month old demonstration dolls. But if the baby was bigger, they'd be able to see out. And you've got 2 straps across your shoulders, and you can kind of move those around to get them where they're comfortable. Tighten them up if you need to once you get them settled so the baby's nice and snug. Hi! Have you heard about the new Beco Gemini? We're so excited about our new carrier. You can use the Gemini in 4 different positions. On the front with the baby facing in, on the front with the baby facing out, also on the back and on the hip. The Gemini is made of 100% organic cotton. It's machine washable, it's great for breastfeeding, and it's even made right here in the United States. You can use it for babies from 7 to 35 pounds. And next I'm going to show you some of those positions and how you can use them. Okay, here we go. If you know anything about our other carriers, we used to have a Beco 4th generation, and it was kind of similar to this Gemini, but the Gemini has